Coach, I know you all are playing Texas this weekend. I guess just I'd be remiss if I didn't ask what hockey kind of meant to you, kind of what it meant to the game of college baseball.
Well, to the game of college baseball, he obviously set it all up for him and Mike Mart Sr. and all those guys really set this thing up for all of us other guys coming along. And, he made a lasting impact on the game, had a great relationship with him, enjoyed every moment of it, and wish he was still over there.
No, it's not the most ideal situation with two series left, but how do you feel going into the two series, given the fact that you've got the top two teams, and you can kind of work your way up the ladder if you're going to win another conference title?
Really, the way you're looking at it's probably a negative, and the way I'm looking at it is we get to go play tomorrow. We got an opportunity to get better. And really, it's each day if we continue to get better throughout this process, we're going to be right where we need to be. Maybe not in the Big 12 race, but as far as playing good baseball in postseason.
You gave Grant to start at shortstop. You wanted to see John kind of swing the bat. Is that something we can possibly see this weekend, or is that something?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's something we didn't do it just to do it. Kind of wanted to look at some things, and again, I mean, we there's a little room for improvement. You want to build some margin for error in there in every game, and if that does that, we'll move forward with it.
Change anything for Sunday with John?
Right now, we're going to TBA Sunday with anticipating starting John. If we happen to use him on Friday or Saturday, we wouldn't start him on Sunday. Really looking forward to him starting again, honestly. But we're going to TBA it just for the sake of doing it, to kind of have our options open once we get there.
With Freeman and Harp and how big of roles they've taken in the bullpen this year, what are you seeing out of both those guys as they've kept coming on?
Yeah, Harpeno's done like what a bunch of guys have done that we've had. I think of Mashinsky, Corey Taylor, Dominic Marino, all those guys that have kind of, in year three, have kind of taken a jump and really commanded the baseball, started repeating their delivery, good athletes. Usually a velocity jump happens when, rhythm and timing happen all at once. And Freeman's not there yet as far as that goes, but he's got outstanding stuff, and you can definitely get him in there, and he can get some outs for you.
What do you see when you look at the Texas pitching staff?
Well, let's see. Kingham and Sugar and Henley, those guys are frontline guys. They got their frontline guys. They've been good since they've been there. And so they can all give you a handful any given day. Bullpen can be solid for sure, and haven't really looked at it as much as you would think right now. Really, we're probably in a mode right now. We want to get our stuff clicking. It's not so much about who we're playing. We want to play at the highest level we can, play to our strengths, and really like to see that happen. But at the same time, those guys are, we respect those guys and know they can go out and pitch.
Coach, all three games are sold out this weekend. Can you just talk about the excitement for the fans in this big series here at home?
I know everybody gets excited about it. Really looking forward to seeing the ballpark, packed. And I don't think most people know, like somebody just said at a luncheon, hey, can I get a ticket? And it's sold out. And there is a walk-up ticket, I think, still available. And it's always a special place when it's, when it's sold out, and sometimes when it's not. It's still a tough place to play, and we enjoy every moment of it.
You guys plan on playing a lot more games probably here as well in the postseason, but honoring the seniors on Sunday, what has that group meant to you guys this year and during their career?
Yeah, all those guys, when you get to be a senior, you've obviously learned to be a leader. They've learned to be a good teammate. And, and some of them are in a spot when you're a senior that, they didn't really envision. And sometimes that's a challenge. Sometimes you envision signing as a junior. You think about the pro baseball thing as far as all that goes. But all those guys have done a good job for us. They're all good teammates. And I saw a tweet last night about them, something there was kind of like something, I don't know exactly what it was. I wanted to go, hey, you guys aren't done yet. I mean, let's quit having all these tributes and let's get to playing baseball. So they got some games left in them.
Specifically with Dylan and the way that he's battled throughout his career and just stayed the course. What's that meant to you to see how consistent he stayed despite what the injuries and all that?
Yeah, it's been neat. I mean, this year's been neat watching Dylan because last year he probably wasn't the guy he is right now, and at the same time, makeup-wise, character-wise, all those things have always been there. He's always been a great teammate, so it's never a big surprise when a guy performs at a good level, and it's been fun. He's been a valuable piece of that pitching staff, and I guess he's the one guy that's been here practically since we have been, and that's really special. And it's really cool when you go see a guy and he's a junior in high school and he pitches really well, and then he does it for you for 4 years. That's pretty neat.
Coach, I know you stress.
Take that with a grain of salt back there.
I know you stress one game at a time. The next game's always the most important. But does this weekend series against Texas mean a little bit more, being the in-state rival with Texas Tech and Texas, for you and the players?
It might mean more to the people outside as far as that goes. To us, we're trying to go play, get better each day. Really hadn't thought twice about. Really, at this point, we're been trying to get better since Monday, Tuesday, yesterday. And at some point, I guess, you start talking about the name on the other jersey, but really not going to get caught up into that. It's this group of guys, they go play the game the right way. It doesn't matter who's in the other dugout.
What are some of the things you've been working on trying to get better with this team every day this week?
Fundamentals. Simple enough.
And Coach, Saturday, the first 1,700 fans get a Tim Tadlock bobblehead doll. Have you seen it? What do you think of it?
I have seen it. I don't even know what to say about it. I really don't. I mean, they handed out the jerseys last week. We didn't play so well, so maybe I need to talk in marketing and maybe start doing a J-Bob bobblehead or something.
Do you have one?
Does he have
Do
one?
you have one?
No, I don't. I don't have one. I'm sure somebody's throwing darts at it somewhere.
Does it look enough like you? Have you seen it though?
I have seen it. They had it. Jeff had it the other day at Rudy's, and we didn't know what to say on that. I don't want to be critical of a bobblehead. I mean, how do you make a bobblehead look like somebody? I mean, really, has any ever looked like somebody? That'd be even the better question.
Start with that, Dylan. Have you seen the bobblehead?
No, I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know. I didn't like Coach's remarks about 20 seconds ago on that. I don't know if he was pretty happy about that or not. Who knows?
So you guys you'll still steer clear of that, giving him any grief, maybe after a win or something?
I'm sure someone in my family will bring one home to me this weekend. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
We'll wait for the review until then.
Yeah.
What's this journey meant for you? I know we talked at the beginning of the year. Still a lot of baseball left for you, but what's this year been like for you?
It's definitely flown by. I mean, kind of like we said at the beginning of the year, just to try to enjoy every single second of it. And here we are already coming into the last conference weekend at Rip Griffin Park of the year and of my career. It's kind of overwhelming. It's kind of cool just trying to look back and think how much has happened here while you've been here. And it just makes you feel good inside that you've been here for so long. You've been so successful with all the teams, and it's just an awesome feeling to think about. And obviously we're not done yet, but it's definitely something like kind of look upon after this weekend, and then just continue there for now on out into the postseason.
How do you like how you played this year?
I think right now I feel pretty good so far. I'm definitely just trying to stay locked in and do my normal routine and just try to just keep building on every outing and help other people out. It's just trying to go out there every time and make a positive impact, like I've always said, and get a win for the team or throw some positive innings to get the team going in the right direction. So it's not really mindset just for myself, but just to think every time you go out there, make something positive happen and just keep it going, keep working hard. Don't think you've ever made it, because you've never made it. Baseball humbles you fast, so you'll figure it out. But as of right now, yeah, we're chugging along pretty good.
Senior Day Sunday, this weekend it's Texas. What does that mean to you?
I'd say it's a pretty cool weekend to have it. Texas is a town, you know, it's always been a good series here. It's always been a big series to bring the fans to, and I think it's going to be a great feeling on Sunday if, you know, people can get to, it'd be nice if people can get to this, you know, stands earlier than expected, sell it out when we have our little recognition deal. It'll definitely be a little thing where I sit there and listen to all the stuff they say about us, and, you know, maybe they might have a video or whatever, but just to sit there and think what's happened the past 5 years I've been here, just the 2 World Series trips and Big 12 championships and all that, it'll be a cool feeling just to think about there briefly for a moment with all the fans sitting there clapping for you.
If I took the 2 World Series trips off of the list, what's the first thing that pops in your mind about your time at Tech?
Oh man, there's so much stuff. Definitely just obviously all the coaches' support over the years. You know, they've all been there. They've been great coaches to me. Hayward, Tadlock, Gardner, J-Bob, Joe, all of them. It's crazy to see how they all have kids now. All the different ADs that have came through, you know, from Scott to everyone else, and now Minshew. It's awesome. And obviously just all the experiences in the postseason, you know, the Big 12 championship, holding that trophy one year, pretty awesome feeling to have on the field. There's all kind of things that can come to your mind. That's just a few, but just overall, just awesome, just a great feeling.
Fully realizing you have an opportunity to add to this list, but what was your favorite pitch that you have thrown here at the ballpark?
Favorite pitch ever at this ballpark? I think one comes to mind. I don't know why it comes to mind, but it was in the Super Regional back in my freshman year in 14. I don't know, it was early in the game, like 3rd inning, but I remember how our hecklers always hold the chicken up on the net. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. And the NCAA officials were like telling them to take it down because it was a home field advantage. And so there was just a big old jibber jaw going on to the left over there when I was pitching. I remember them arguing, and the Charleston fans were chewing them out, and I ended up K-ing that guy on, you know, just K-ing looking, and they went crazy. And I don't know. For some reason, I just remember that pitch like it was yesterday. It made me laugh, and they were just going crazy in the stands. So probably that one. I don't know why.
Just for you, I know you kind of mentioned when you're going to listen to kind of all the things that are going to be said about you. Did you ever feel like this day would come just based on kind of the journey you've taken, and what's it like just to know that it's somewhat kind of rolling into senior day?
At some points, yes. You know, obviously I thought it was going to come, but actually in some other points, you know, I thought I'd never make it here. Having 2 major surgeries and just having no idea if you're going to come back from it's kind of tough to handle, and you can't really control it. You can just try to work as hard as you can and see where it takes you. So, you know, at one point in my career, you know, maybe I thought I wasn't going to finish, at least not in a baseball uniform playing for the team. But it's also definitely an exciting feeling that, you know, I'll be out there on Sunday knowing I finished and just ready to move on from there.
In some ways, you kind of feel like your career's kind of mirrored a baseball season to where you have the highs of highs, the lows of lows. And I guess
Right.
What's that been like?
Yeah, it's definitely been like kind of like a career. It hasn't been just a short mainstay. The fact of, you know, being successful and then getting hurt and, you know, dealing with the comeback and dealing with all this different adversity thrown at you. It's kind of weird and crazy just to think that it happened to you in such a short time at college. It's something that's supposed to happen at big league level. But I embraced it, and, you know, I enjoyed it, and I loved every part of it. So that's all I can appreciate just from the experience I've had here at Tech.
You know, before the CD had mentioned you wouldn't know what your role would be. You kind of let it kind of figure itself out. So what do you feel your role has been so far this year?
Well, I honestly think, you know, it's kind of what I said at the beginning of the year. I told Coach, you know, if I had to make spot starts or, you know, pitch for extended innings or come in and get one guy out, I've done it all. So I know he trusts me, and if it's a tough situation, whatever he needs, I'll be there to back him up and do it for him. So I'm just glad, you know, they've given me the chance, and I've just kind of taken advantage of it this year.